So one thing I do want to ask and open up the floor, what's that one trait that you guys had throughout your whole cannabis industry that kind of what you think gave you an advantage in the industry or kept you strong in the industry, that one trait?
I would say like how I started off, like the whole Jersey thing. I feel like Jersey is like, I don't know, in the industry, I feel like you do have to have tough skin in the dispensary, even on the back end, like vendors, you know, just talking to people, dealing with people, not taking things personally, you know, and it is like, I don't want to say high school, but it is a lot going on at times, you know? So it is just having that tough skin and just like you said, just keep, you know, working at it and just doing your best to be the best for you. Always thought like, it's me versus me. I'm not going to compete with anybody else. I'm going to just try to do the best, be the best person I could be.
I love that. That was good. Tough skin.
I don't want to go back to what we were just talking about, but to tie in a lot of this, you're right. You really do have to have tough skin. And, you know, look, I come from the corporate side of things. I come from the big boys, right? So I worked for GTI, worked for Curio, now I'm at, you know, Peake ReLeaf. And, you know, here's what I want to say to all the women out there that are listening to this is you're not always going to be everybody's cup of tea. You're not. And you got to be okay with that. But what I will say is that I feel as though, you know, there's going to be people that put you down all the time. There's going to be people that are threatened by you. And, you know, you've got a decision to make. You know, do you want to keep doing it for yourself? Do you want to do it for the people that are watching you, right? And I would say, I feel as though that I do have a good sisterhood in the community. Tara being one of them, her team, Megan, Chanel, like, I remember coming to them at a moment and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what just happened. And they were like, well, Gina, if you can't do it,
Who's going to do it?
Who's going to do it?
Exactly.
Right? So I think, you know, and hearing that, like, there's so many things that I've learned from you and your team, but like, you're right. Like the women in this industry, I'm not here to pull you down. If I can't help you up, what am I doing? Right? So a lot of my things too is I have to find the people for the right job to help them grow, right? And I want more girls on my team. I want girls that are like, dude, I can do it. And I want to run circles around the boys. Whew. When men tell me that I can't do something, everybody better get out of my way, right? So, you know, with that, you have to be thick-skinned. You have to be resilient. You have to just be like, all right, fine, whatever, and find your path. Because, I mean, there's only so many girls that'll hide you in a room, you know, when people come by and you're not ready for it. So, you know, you do have to look after your ladies in this industry.
Okay. What's a trait that helped you grow within the industry?
I would say my faith, because I lean really hard on the fact that what's for me is for me. And I know everyone may not align with that, which is where that gatekeeping comes from. And so I just had to stay true to my faith, knowing that if this is where God has placed me, wherever I'm supposed to be, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be accelerated in that space. And then I'm only as good as how much I pour back into my community, which is why I even started a Cannabis Career Club to pour into people who are like, well, how do I get in? How do I do this? Because that then helps me understand what is the need out there, and then I can support the community knowing that if you feel like you're supposed to be here, who am I to keep that from you when I have so much experience in so many different facets? So definitely my faith has kept me in this thing, okay?
Yes, I always say that. I'm like, God's plan. That's the plan I'm on. I would say discernment, just especially growing in the different positions that I've held. Yeah, just kind of the ability to judge, to regulate emotion, especially when kind of like managing people as well, knowing what battles to take on, knowing when to take them on, knowing when the battle sometimes isn't yours.